The Democratic Party at some point in time has to be shaken out of its racist attitude.
Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. This is the beatzillapdx official news break, and today we are talking about Kamala Harris is looking for Trump to debate one more time. Now that it looks like Kamala Harris in camp is realizing that she is in a bad spot, they really are pushing for another debate. Now, after the one and only debate that they did have, Trump said that at that particular time he was not going to do any more debates before the election. So now, looking at the numbers and how they're looking at some of these polls, they are realizing that a debate would probably be in their favor, especially now understanding that when you have to deal with just the people, dealing with the grassroots, the fluff of the media can't really step in. So it almost appears as if they're in need of another media event with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. So then that way the media can spin it and then have it so they'll have something to ride for the next few weeks. Maybe they'll get a sound bite, see if she can't say something to get under his skin. And so it looks very interesting, and this feels very gaslighty. So let me know, what you guys think when you guys watch this. And just, to me, it comes off very gaslighty, like they're trying to bait him into another debate. But let's hear from Kamala herself.
And here's the thing. It makes you wonder. Why does his staff want him to hide away? One must question. Are they afraid that people will see that he is too weak and unstable to lead America? Is that what's going on?
Well, if anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
The Democratic Party at some point in time has to be shaken out of its racist attitude.
So as you guys can see, there's a lot of desperation right now out of the Democrats, and they need a spectacle like another debate to occur. That way the media will have something to spin, and they most definitely can get away from the topic of black voters, which black male voters has become the topic all over the media sphere over this last week, especially because you sent Barack Obama out to chastise black men. And I will be doing a separate broadcast just going into that alone. But just wanting to take the opportunity to go piece by piece of all of the things that did occur over the past week or so up till now, because it's going to get a lot more. It's going to be a lot more of these type of tactics. We're going to see a lot more shields coming out if you're not already seeing them in your own threads, your timelines. You probably have new people following you, excuse me, from either, and this might even be from either side. So it might be Democrats or Republicans, because of course Jill Stein is also making noise. And she just recently spoke to the Black Authority, as well as Cornel West. It appears he is also still within the race. And then there's the whole abandon Kamala push as well. So there's a lot that she has to compete with, and not securing the black male vote is a major, major, major issue. So if she doesn't have that, she will not really be able to win. And with that, she's just recently put out this kind of nothing burger program. It's very slick in the verbiage and wording. So we would have to go through that with a fine-tooth comb and make sure, because now they're going to try to start throwing out, well, see, this is something for black folks. In the 11th hour, we're doing a Hail Mary thing to say this is what we will implement if you vote for us. Well, then the question has to stand. Why has this not been done in these last 3 years? Joe Biden says he has so much of a rapport with black folks, he has black folks back. Then how on earth would it be so impossible for now Kamala Harris, to who is running for president, for them, if they were so down to help black folks, why did this not already happen? And now at the 11th hour, we're seeing some kind of writing of a, material of a program that she's proposing that I'm sure has not probably been worked down to the numbers. But I don't believe it was supposed to. I believe this was thrown out there to pacify black men because, again, here's the whole condescending pitch. Black men don't have good sense to research nothing, meaning black men are stupid, and black men, one of the things I saw in this particular new plan of hers is this mentor thing. Like black men need mentorship. Of course, it talks about black entrepreneurship, talks about the housing, and then it also mentions marijuana and legalizing marijuana, and as if that would be specifically for black America. And that's insane. That's just ridiculous, because it's not black America that makes the bulk of the millions upon millions from the marijuana industry in America. However, black bodies have made millions upon billions for the prison industrial complex and have seen no repair from that. So there's a whole nother conversation right there that could probably be addressed if somebody really wanted to do so. But of course we know they don't. And so with all of the talking heads and the do-nothing shields and the do-nothing caucuses out here, we got to leave them to their own devices because they really, really, really mean us no good. The Congressional Black Caucus has sat back and done nothing. Now all of a sudden everybody is screaming on black men to support Kamala Harris, who no one voted for, who is placed in a very undemocratic manner in our faces, and now we're being told to vote for somebody who couldn't even make it to the primary when they actually ran their own campaign. So you push Joe Biden out, and now you want to use Kamala Harris to further his bad policies while promising us something new. And we need to hear about Trump's past, going all the way back to the 90s. But he was president for 4 years. We could go to that 4 years of his record as president, and how did black Americans fare out? Foundational Black American freedmen, the descendants of chattel slavery specifically. How did we do? And when we stop talking about things from so far ago, we could just deal with the policies of recent history, because this is the job he has already done, and this is the job he is applying for once again. So we could just go ahead and deal with those numbers and deal with those facts versus all of the other hype. So for all intents and purposes, those of you who are listening and watching this broadcast right now, I want to hear some facts. I don't want to hear the emotional hype, and Project 2025 is not on the plan for Donald Trump. So that's not a scare tactic that is actually even worth hearing. But unfortunately, it's been packaged and reworked and rebranded and repeated over and over and over again to the point to where people have tuned out. And the couch is starting to gain momentum. And so shout out to everybody who is not falling out of the race. This is setting I believe, a new tone of how campaigns should run, and you should know more about these third-party candidates, and they should have the same fair accessibility to the people. It should not be based on money, because now that it's based on money, you're cutting out the poor. And the voice of the poor is still the voice of the people. And when you talk about middle class, rich, it leaves out the working poor. And the working poor somehow, in some cases, often figure into making more money when those rich are making more money, because those are business owners that are getting tax breaks that can then funnel that money to the working poor. So those are the elements of this that we actually have to look at. It's not coming completely from a middle class standpoint. That's not where Black America is. So with that being said, I just wanted to drop this on you because as we get closer, we're going to have to start talking about the real issues of Black America. One of them being addressing the working poor. And that affects Black folks way more than the 60% of Black folks' possibility of being diagnosed with diabetes. And that much I hope y'all can understand. If you can't, well, all I can tell you is this.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
With that being said, hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
All right, family. And so if you could, just please hit that like button, share this out on your social media, subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so. Hit that notification bell, hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime the channel goes live or a video is uploaded or premieres. And you can also become a member and support this channel that way. Also, if you would like to support, you can put some money in the bucket over there at CashApp, $beatzillapdx. We also have PayPal at Zilla Music. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And of course, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at beatzillapdx. And all the rest, will be in the description. But I just wanted to come in and chime in real quick because it seems like the desperation is showing. And it's showing in different forms. And so once again, this is demonstrating the true power of the grassroots, because it is and has been all of you and your voices and your energy that is making this transition. So much love to each and every one of you. And so make sure that you keep your notification bells on, because you never know when something might be coming your way. And there'll be more of these shorter videos headed your way this week too. So with that being said, stay Black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, Black first, Black first. Shalom, y'all.